Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Was here not long ago, literally like an hour ago. We just run the preview. So big up everyone that was here. If you haven't a chance to watch that preview live, watch it back after this show, people. It was me, Joel Mensah, my guy. You had Jermaine and you had CB on there as well. It was a very, very good preview, man. You know, it wasn't too long, but it was nice and concise. We covered quite a lot. But we've got over 50 people here. They got ranks every time for the show. That's my guy every single time. Me and him just obviously for the raid even. Me and him just had the show, which was really good. So make sure you check that out as well. But as always, you've got man like Sean in here. Big up yourself, bro. You've got man like Bazza here. You've got Peer here as well. As he says, make sure that you're subscribing to the channel. And he says back-to-back streams. Hey, today, bro, I've been on 4 streams today. I can't wait to just finish Blue Diaries. I love you guys, but after this show, bro, I'm telling you, I'm not saying a word to anyone. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch Monday Night Football. I don't even know who's playing today. Who's playing today?
Sunderland, Burnley. Are you really going to watch it?
I'll have it on in the back. I'll have it on the back. And then, yeah, big 6. You know what I mean? Big 6 after that. Big 6 after that, man. You got man like one and only Ace. Big up, Don. I hardly comment, but I'm always watching. Hey, big yourself up, man. Big yourself up. It's always nice to see some new faces in the chat. Big up Jerry every single time as well. But man, them, what you lot saying, man? You lot good?
Yeah, all good, brother. Yeah. All good, man.
And we're going to have Robert and AJ joining us soon as well, people. So make sure that you lot are locked in and make sure that you lot are following the Mandem. But let's get straight into it, people. You know, as it says right now on the title, you know, another close comeback. Is it sustainable, right? Is it sustainable? Because I've been hearing a lot of people still kind of complaining. You know, it kind of seems like people are, you know, over-analyzing the performances a little bit too much at the minute. Whereas for me, how I'm kind of looking at things right now, man, I want to see, you know, better performances, of course. I want to see consistent performances over 90 minutes. But as it is right now, I'm taking the results first. Yeah, I'm taking the results first because it wasn't long ago where we was 1 in 9, 2 in 9, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking any of these W's for granted because there's so many games this season where I can go through it and we should have got more out of it. You know, games like Brighton, games like Villa, games like Sunderland. You know what I'm saying, bro? Even Brentford, when we played Brentford away, we should have won that game. You know what I mean? But yeah, how are you feeling, first of all, Andrew, man? For like, you know, a lot of people that are on socials right now are kind of still, you know, complaining. It feels like they're kind of waiting. They're waiting for the first moment for us to kind of to lose, to let out all their agendas. That's how I feel right now, man.
Yeah, well, you know, for 56 minutes on Saturday, I was ready to tear it all down. Do you know what I mean? I was ready to burn it all down because for 56 minutes, that was probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen. That front three is offensive to my eyes. I remember the Gallagher, Mount and Broja front three away at Newcastle, and I thought that was the worst I've ever seen. This one might have rivaled it. I'm telling you right now. Garnacho, I know we were riding him, but Don, that I didn't think he'd get lower. Do you know what I mean?
Bro.
I didn't think he'd get worse. He is not worthy of a Chelsea shirt in the league. You can't play him in the league, Don. You can't play him in the league. I'm telling you right now, he and you know what I hate? You know what I hate about his performance? He tries and looks like he's going to help, but doesn't actually do it. Do you know what I mean? He gives all the actions and all the gestures and stuff like that. I will say Liam Rossigna, I don't mind changes, but I think 7 for a league game is far too much, in my opinion. And that back four had not played together at all. At all. They've never played together. And I feel sorry for Hato, man, because with Badiashile and Garnacho and even Enzo the first half, he gave away the ball a lot as well. They talk about Garnacho giving away the ball a lot. Enzo gave away a hell of a lot on that left-hand side. Yeah. Then we made Wan-Bissaka look like Yamal and Cafu put together.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. I will say this: when managers notice things changes, I always rate them on or measure them how quickly they change things. Do you know what I mean? He changed things, and you know, they had a couple of shots in the early part of the second half, and then we went on, and then I thought we were the better side for the rest of the game. I know they had that to Debo chance. Like that.
Oh, that was a big chance.
That would have been if that went in. I don't know if we come back and equalise. I really don't on that.
I think we might have come back here, but to win, I don't think we would have won. It was too late. It was too late in the game. It was like the 86th minute, something mad like that.
Yeah, I think so. It was close to it. But you know what? Credit Jacquet. I think what we have to. Jacquet Pedro is like a brand new signing. We only signed him in the summer. He is playing exceptionally well. Cucurella, I like the way he just. I like the way. I think Rossini just threw the tactics out and just went literally just attack.
He said that. That's what he said.
The fullbacks literally were playing like wingers when they came in. You know what I mean? Enzo was box crashing. He was doing a good job. Yeah, it was a very good comeback. Is it sustainable? It depends on the opponents in the run. Do you know what I mean? The comeback sustainable in this run against opponents we're playing? Yes, because they're all down at the bottom, right? It's Wolves next, it's Leeds, it's Burnley. So yes, it is sustainable. It won't be sustainable at the end of the season on that run when we play all the big boys. That's when it's not sustainable. Do you know what I mean? But I would like not to, but for my heart, I would not like these type of matches again because it makes me rage and I don't like raging. Do you know what I mean? So I was ready to actually rip apart that. I'm telling you, but I got to tell you right now, Don, I don't care what the injuries are. That number, I'm not going to call him by his name anymore. Number 49 cannot play in the league.
Shirley, bro. Shirley, get involved.
He can't play in the league. He is not a league player. He's not a league player.
He's Shirley Carter, bro. Everyone referred to this guy as Shirley. I see Matisse in the review calling him Shirley. People in my comments are now saying Shirley. His name is Shirley, bro.
You're wrong. She's talented.
She was good at her job. She was great at her job.
Yeah, she was good at her job. Yeah.
She's good at her job.
For real.
I'm going to say this right now. I'm a little bit older than you guys. I think he's up there. I'll have to look at all our transfers. I think he's up there as one of the worst signings, if not the worst signing we've ever had. I don't care how much money we spent on Lukaku and all that shit. This guy, he is a net negative when he starts. He is a net negative. And people go on about, well, he might be like. I don't care if he's good enough for the bench. I think he's decent in the cups. I'll give him that, right?
Yeah.
I think he's decent in the cups. He'll do something in the cups. But in the league, he's a net negative, and I feel so sorry for. Like I said previously, I feel so sorry for Hato at the weekend because he actually put in a good tackle on Wan-Bissaka in the first half. People forget that.
Bro, he was going into the midfield.
Yeah,
I was seeing him tackling. It was just, bro. If you've got a guy like that, if you've got a guy like that, that's just an absolute car crash.
I'm begging for Mudryk to come back. This guy keeps miss Mudryk.
I've told you, man, already. Bro. Mudryk is better than all the left wingers we've signed, bro. He's better than all these guys, and it's such a shame, that my man got injected with some weird shit when he went away. Because I know Ads hates him. But he got stitched up.
Why can't we do?
He got stitched up.
Why can't we find the people and do that for Garnacho?
Man.
They sit in his dinner or something like that. Oh, terrible. Oh, thank God he took him off at half time though, because I wouldn't have. Oh man.
No. The thing is, I don't even want to, we're naturally we're talking about Shirley right now, but I really wanted Rob to be here for this little bit here. We'll get his take after. Because he actually said something in the group, people. I'm not going to reveal what he said. He will let us know in the chat, right, today. Yeah. But I'm telling you, this guy is just a big hazard, bro. Big hazard. What went wrong for you on that left-hand side, Ads, Because for me, like Naz has said, Gittins should have been playing left wing and then Garnacho on the right. You know what I mean, bro?
And I've been telling you that for time, Don. I've been telling you that for time because, again, 49, Shirley, Ellen Degenerate, like, honestly, whatever you want to call that guy, bro. I've been saying for ages that I prefer Gittins on the left. And this guy, he's a scrub, by the way. Again, we've been knowing this, he's a scrub. But his game on the right isn't that much worse because we saw at United, he can do his thing of just get to the byline, do his, inshallah cutback. And it might work, once every 5 times. Like, that's cool. But Gittins' game of dribbling and wanting to go for 1v1s is better on the left. So that I didn't get. But ultimately, to your question, right, the left-hand side, it was just appalling. And it's, again, largely down to him because I don't think Hato started the game that badly first half. But by the end, because he's a kid and we're down 2-0 in a London derby, the fans are getting on his back. Of course, his arse fell out. That's what you expect from kids, which is why you kind of, again, have all these signings which haven't got a lot of experience and they come to the pressure cooker of Chelsea Football Club, the biggest club in London, one of the biggest clubs in the world. It's a lot of pressure to deal with. So, yeah, man, the left-hand side was awful, especially defensively. But again, even offensively, what 49 didn't surprise me because he's been doing that all season. But again, I want to say some of this for when his defender gets here because his defender has been talking a lot of nonsense about how he's actually good off the ball and all this stuff. But I'm going to say right now, he is 100% in the conversation for one of the worst Chelsea signings of all time. Of all time.
The thing is, I hear it, bro. Because man, I'm gonna say, oh, how about the GNA right now? But it's like for me, I'm like, yo, when you actually break down how this guy was signed, yeah, we signed Gittins first, so early, by the way, Club World Cup. I'm thinking, yeah, surely now Garnacho won't get signed. Because I remember I was going back and forth in the group, yeah, with Cali, and Cali was like, oh, there's still a lot of links with Garnacho. I said, bro, don't worry about this guy. He's not getting signed. Yeah, we've signed Gittins now. That's gonna be our squad player. Then I'm seeing these links going away. I'm seeing Fabrizio, yeah. JLZ fans, make sure you keep a lookout. You know what I'm saying? How he talks, bro, yeah. Garnacho to the end of the window, yeah. I'm thinking, oh, come on, bro. Like, why are we still in for this guy? Why are we still in for this guy, bro? And then it got made very clear that he was the main guy that they wanted. And I'm like, yo, there's someone up there who's fixated on this guy, right? You're fixated on a guy who had some of the worst successful dribbles last season, some of the worst finishing last season. He is not good 1v1, but this is the guy that you're fixated on to help Maresca. That's why I defended Maresca. Yeah, because I know I quit Maresca a lot this season, but I defended him regarding that. He should have never been signed for him, bro. And then we still go and do it.
100%. And listen, yeah, that's what makes it crazy to me, is because so many fans, other than Rob, saw that this was going to be a bad signing. And that's what also adds to it being one of the worst signings in our history, because at least with Lukaku, again, it's similar. We signed Lukaku also from a position of strength. We just won the Champions League, similar to Nacho. We just won the Club World Cup. And you go and make a big marquee signing, and it's flopped. But at least with Lukaku, you could see some logic. It was a goal scorer, which we liked. He had proven it in the Serie A, coming off for winning the league there, or having a really good season there. But yeah, Inter won the league, so he won the league there. And obviously, he's proven in the Premier League too. So like, there was some logic. With Nacho, we knew he wasn't going to do good. We knew he was going to give us performances like this on and off the field. Not to add to the fact that he's known for being toxic in the dressing room and all these things. And again, this isn't to say that he's done nothing for us. Listen, he's probably done more for us than the likes of Bakayoko and Sal Niguez. Cool, I'll give him that. But again, even though we knew this guy was going to be bad, we spent 40 million on him. It's one of the worst things has done in years.
Horrible. Even in our worst nightmares, though, guys, I didn't think I'd see a performance like that on Saturday. I mean, that was like
Bakayoko versus Watford levels, bro. It was that bad.
Was like getting someone. That was literally getting someone in the crowd who thinks they're a good footballer and knowing that they're not, right, and literally giving them a pair of boots on the pitch. That was like honestly, I can't think of it like you see Bakayoko and stuff like that, but I can't think of that. That ranks up there with some of the worst performances, and that was only a half as well. Half performances I've ever seen in my life. Not from just a Chelsea player, just a footballer, footballer. Period. That was. I told you, then, guys. He wants to phase through people dribbling. He wants to actually phase through, not actually try and go around and push the ball. He actually wants to take the ball and phase through them. As just, I have never seen anything like that. He lost everything to Wan-Bissaka. He made it easier for them to do 1-2s because he just stood in space. He stood there.
No, it was just.
He made it easier. And then you've got that clown Badia Shield as well. And like I said, Enzo, the first half, he's got to hold it as well because he gave away the ball so many times as well. That left-hand side, they might as well just have not have played that. I don't know why they kept giving the ball left-hand side. After about 15 minutes, I would have stopped. I said, we're not going down the left-hand side. We're not doing it. We are not.
Kept going to the left. You're right.
Side. We're not
You're
doing
spot
it
on.
because that's where all their attacks kept coming from. Because we kept giving away the ball. It was atrocious. And I know that crowd, they deserved that booing at half time.
Yeah, for sure.
They deserved that booing at half time. I don't care what anyone says. That was a disgraceful performance. I know West Ham are on a bit of good form, no problem, but we were just so lethargic. We were just like, honestly, it was just terrible.
Can I just talk on that? I know we're going to get to the actual game and obviously the positives. There's a lot of positives in our run of form and all these things, right? And it's refreshing.
Let's go for the negatives first, because that's what happened. The game started off with negatives. We'll go through that first. Go, Karen.
I just want to say it's okay to boo people at halftime. Like let's not be too woke. We can boo people at halftime. Where it maybe goes too far, and it definitely went too far, where there was people by the bench who were abusing players personally. There was one guy saying to Hato, "Oh, man up" or some shit, and it's like they were clearly sticking on the kid, which is why Sanchez, big up to Sanchez and Chalobah, they were stepping up for the guy. They'd be like, "No, don't just stick it on him. Stay with us," and it's right. Again, for me, there's been a lot of questions and conversations about the fan base, and in general, a lot of home fan bases, especially of the big six teams, right? Again, for me, be emotional, be there to support the team, and obviously boo the team. If they're playing bad at halftime, boo them. But of course, what you want to do is you want to support them and help them back and make an atmosphere in the second half, which is what we did. But of course, that relies on the players to actually turn it around. And again, big up the players for turning it around. Rafinha for making the changes and obviously course correcting some of the mistakes that he made from the first half lineup and tactics, because I get it, you have to make subs. Maybe there was a little bit too much rotation, but at the end of the day, that team could have been platformed a better way. Again, we talked about the winger swapping wings, right? We talked about how it was actually Caicedo and then it Hato inverting. Whereas for me, against low blocks or teams like West Ham, you want Enzo to be deeper, like he was second half, dictating the game. So these kind of things, Liam needs to learn from. But again, I'm happy for him to learn while we're also winning. That's a great thing to be able to actually win games. There's a lot to actually learn and improve upon.
And the thing is, like he actually read that game wrong before the game started, because he probably thought West Ham are going to come on a low block. But they weren't on no low block. They were mid-block. Yeah? That was mid-block settings, bro. Remember I said to you the other day, I said to you, man, last week. Yeah? I said to you, man, last week about the amount of teams we faced that's been a mid-block. Me and Jimmy were going back and forth with it. I said, you know what, Jim? I'm not even going to argue with you. I'll just show you. Yeah? There's been so many games this season, right, where we haven't really faced a lot of low blocks. It's mainly been mid-blocks because teams realize Chelsea lose the ball in the middle. They congest the pitch in the middle, right? We're going to get them on the transition. It's a lot easier. And that's exactly what West Ham did. Because every time Hato was going into the midfield and then West Ham get the ball, they're just playing it to the left or their right-hand side. And he's all running back to get into position. Garnacho's over there. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, it didn't work. This was the game where it should have been a pivot of Enzo and Caicedo, because you're reading that, okay, these men are actually pressing us. They're not trying to just sit back, right? You let Enzo get on the ball and dictate that tempo, beat that press, and then we play like that. Inverting Hato didn't really work. It didn't really work. You know what I'm saying? It did not really work, bro. Yeah? That's one thing that I noticed. And then big up Ernie as well. It says, yo, by the way, I'm taking Somerville over our left wingers all day, broski.
Oh. You can see this for most of the league, bro. Like,
our best wingers.
Is anybody here that mad if Hudson-Odoi starts for us next game, bro? He's better than what we got right now, bro. Let's be honest.
I'm telling you, unfortunately, our best wing is in Brazil at the moment. That's where he is.
Of course.
Yeah, he is. Well, hopefully he'll be back. We'll speak about that a bit later as well, people. But make sure that you lot are smashing up the lights. Make sure that you're checking out the sponsor, as always, people. Jersey FC Soccer Shop, 20% off. Type in the Don CFC at checkout, people. Make sure that you're checking them out. As you can see a lot of the iconic Chelsea tops here. So yeah, make sure that you're checking them out, people, man. But let's move on to the lineup. Let's talk about more like the changes before we even talk about the second half, right? Because I saw a lot of people complaining about the amount of changes that were made. I know, Andrew, you kind of mentioned it there about the changes that were made and that as well. But for me, I don't think there was anything wrong with the changes that he made, because Cuckoo, we can see right now, is being run into the ground. Yeah. And I've been begging for Hato to get more opportunities, right? Obviously, I would have never started Shirley on the left. I would have started Gittins on the left and maybe started Nacho on the right. And then you're going more on the left like we was doing in the first half. Badiashile will come into the lineup. Again, he's a guy that can give you a really good game or just a really bad game. There's no in between with him. But right now, he's in the squad and he's not in our best 11. Let's be real. Yeah. Chalobah and Fofana, they had to get a bit of a break. You know what I'm saying, bro? And then who else came into the lineup? Delap.
Yeah.
Delap wasn't good in this game. Let's be real. For me, I know people are saying he was shit. I thought he was just, sometimes he was all right. Sometimes he was just horrid. I thought he was just okay.
Listen, he did what, I don't know. He confused them on the second goal because I don't know whether it hit. I can't remember. I can't tell if he hit the bar or it hit the defender, hit the bar. Do you know what I mean? But at least he was there causing confusion. That was his only thing, really. He didn't really... Yeah. He didn't really do anything like that. We crossed it in quite a lot. He tried to get onto it, but it was like his performance was mid.
It was just mid. It was just mid.
It was nothing, right? It wasn't like you're going,
That's what I'm seeing people doing though, Andrew. And I'm like, bro, that's not what I watched from him. I thought there was times where he linked up all right, and I thought there was times he got himself in good positions, but then there was times where he's getting the ball, like Ernie says, he's wobbly on the ball. Cuckoo gave him a very good chance. He tried to be smart with the chance.
Oh, that was it. Yeah,
right?
No, that was he tried to hit it on the outside of his
right. Of his boot.
Maybe I know just swing with the left and just see what happens. That. The angles, you're too far out. Because anything like that, because of the angle he was too far, it was always going to go wide like that anyway, because it's too far. If he hits it with his left,
Can I just say though, like it wasn't a game where we created a lot of chances for the lap. Because like if we create a bunch of chances and he's missing chances, then that's a game to fully crash on it.
Exactly.
But that being said, the other side of the game as a striker, as a centre forward, you have to be able to hold up play. If the long ball goes up to you, how many of your duels are you winning? He was winning hardly any of them. He was hardly drawing fouls for the team. And like João Pedro, by comparison, against Napoli, he won us like 5 or 6 fouls. Like he was doing that job of being the big target centre forward, which you would like to think the lap is actually better at that side of the game. So he needs to improve that because that against West Ham, it was poor again, bro. It was poor.
It was poor, bro. But I'm not gonna act like the past few games I haven't seen him hold up the ball better. Because I thought against Fulham, I thought he was excellent at holding up the ball and bringing others into play. I thought against Man City he did it quite well as well. So in this game again, it wasn't great. It was inconsistent. There was times I saw him linking up, and there was other times where he's just falling over. But my thing with Delap is we need to keep creating for this guy. People are like, oh, João Pedro's doing more on that. I'm like, bro, João Pedro is a better footballer than Delap. João Pedro, Ekatike's, Jackson, they're a different profile to man. So I'm not gonna judge man like them. Same way I'm not gonna judge Haaland to be like an Ekatike. Oh, Ekatike can do this, bro. Haaland is what it says on the tin. Yeah, you have to keep finding this guy's runs in behind. You have to keep creating for this guy, and he will score. Because Haaland misses chances himself, But the difference is he gets a volume of chances. Whereas with Delap, bro, the main chance that he got was the cross from Cuckoo. And to be fair, the second goal that we scored when he hit the bar, that was a very good chance as well. They're the sort of chances I want to be seen man getting. Then I can really say, okay, Delap's not been good enough in front of goal. He's been shit. I expected him to be more clinical than this. But when I'm not seeing man being supplemented for, it looks like we don't even know how to play with this guy. I'm sorry, I can't overly crash him, guys. I'm sorry, bro. If you might want to do it, cool, fair enough. But I know the sort of chances I want to see Delap getting, and I don't see them enough. I don't see them enough, bro.
Yeah. And I still think, listen, I don't mind changes. I just think 7 was too much for a Premier League game. And I'm going, like I said to you at the start, it's like that back four had never played together at all. Do you know what I mean? And that's my problem, is that he's doing the thing where he's changing the centre back partnership. And I know it's there, but I think one has to be there, whether you like him a lot. I think Chalobah has to be the mainstay there at centre back.
Chalobah's quite durable. You're right, and to be fair,
I think it has to be a notoriety, because Cucurella's going to play most games, so he's going to be the other one. Do you know what I mean? There has to be there. There has to be something there, like there was last season. And Colwell was the centre back who was just always there at the end. Do you know what I mean? There just has to be like something there. So because and then that front three, I mean, just offensive in all terms of how they played and stuff like that. It was just I think 7 is too much in the Premier League. And also I think it's going to show, he's going to soon realise who he can and cannot trust to play. Do you know what I mean, with their performance? And like you say, Badiashile was just. He needs to go.
Yeah. AJ, I don't know if you've sold your stocks here, but I've sold them now. Like they're gone. They're not now. I've sold them already. I said, yo, this guy, he's too up and down.
When exactly did you sell them?
Yeah, when?
No, I sold them. I'll probably say.
So you sell them at 2
I'll probably say
after market.
Yeah, I'll probably say I think this season's really where I've sold them. But last season, I wasn't really defending him like that. I just remember me and you had a conversation, and I was like, it was better last season.
Last year, bro. Year,
he was okay last season, but I'm sorry, this guy is way too inconsistent for my liking. I just don't know what Badiashile we're gonna get. But before we even talk about him, make sure everyone's smashing up the lights. Big up AJ every single time. Big up Faith for this comment. This is a really fair comment, man. He says it's hard to judge Delap when he has to rely on his wingers for service. Even the centre backs look afraid to play the ball to his feet. And bro, that's what I'm saying, man. We need to learn how to play with this guy, man. AJ, what's your take on Delap, bro?
Delap, I heard the last part of you guys talking about Delap when I was loading up, but I hear what you're saying. A problem with Chelsea recently is we don't really feed our strikers, but at the same time, there's certain basic things that I need you to be doing and doing consistently. And Delap is not doing that. He can't hold on to the ball. The ball is like a hot potato to him. He's not winning his physical duels, in terms of not even just aerially, even on the ground, he's not really winning his, shoulder to shoulder with his defenders. Those are the basic things that I expect from Delap. Just some sort of physicality, at least hold on to the ball and, you know, complete a simple 5-yard pass. And he's not doing that. And to me, that's where the criticism starts to get in, because you're not scoring and then you're not also doing the basics. So it's like almost, it looks bad. You understand? Sometimes you just got to worry about what it even looks like. And to the optics, it looks bad. So, you know, I was defending him maybe like 2 months ago. You know, we had a big conversation about him when he was, you know, came back from his red card and he immediately got a red card. I'm like, this guy still hasn't played like 5 games, but he's played like a good 10 games since, you know, Maresca's been sacked damn near. You know, he's almost, you know, he's up to like around 10 games and he's not really giving me much. So, you know, I like to give players a whole season, but he got to step up and ASAP too, because we need him. We literally need him.
We do. I've been consistent. I've told you, man. I think we're going to see a better Delap in the second half of the season. If we don't, I'll be proven wrong. But I'm not going to just sell my stocks, because I've seen Delap play way better than this. I've seen this guy trapping the ball and turning people and running with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen these things, so I'm not going to just change my take and say, oh, this is the Delap that I know. This is not the Delap that I know. Because if it was the Delap that I know, I would have never been talking about him the way I was in the video I put out about him, bro. Right? I would have never been seeing him doing what he was doing at Man City, at Hull on the wing with Rosinha, funny enough. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to pick it up, 110%. But like I said, for me, I think those changes were needed, because ads, if we had started the strongest 11 again, or most of our starters again that are going to play on Tuesday, and let's say Tuesday the intensity is low, man are looking all, you know, like they're just going through the motions, he would get blamed again. It would be, oh, we played West Ham, we beat them comfortably. Why couldn't you rest these players? Yeah. So it's a lose-lose situation either way. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, no, it's all about finding the balance. And at the end of the day, performances and results will dictate how fans judge what you're doing and if you're doing it right. And right now we're getting the results, which is a good thing. And that's also partly due to how he's reading the game, because Liam's very astute. He knows his football. He's obviously reading the games quite well and making some good changes and good tactical switches. But a lot of that is obviously correcting the mistakes he's making from the first half in his lineup or the approach to certain games. Because he talked a big game coming into this job, which obviously is a huge job, a huge step up for him. He's been fast-tracked many levels, going from managing in the Championship to managing a mid-table-ish team in Strasbourg, doing pretty decent, getting them to Europe, and then you jump to freaking Chelsea Football Club, like easily top 10 football clubs in the world. Like, this is a different stage. And he talked a big thing about wanting to make us play more electric football, more exciting football. And so far, these first halves, bro, Brentford, West Ham, there's been many others where it's just been not great. But again, we've reacted and responded well in second half, which is great, because that's something that we hadn't done for many years, bro. Yeah, Napoli. John, how many conversations have we had about how, like, we don't come back in games, we're not sure that kind of mentality, we don't win big games. But now we're trying to change in that element in terms of coming back. Again, first time in our history in the Premier League, maybe even in the old Division 1, that we've come back from 2-0 down at halftime to win at home. So it's the first time in Premier League history, probably first time in top flight football in many decades. So that's a good trait.
56
a good
games.
Time. Tactically, things do need to change in terms of how we're using the midfield. Again, I want to always see Enzo dropping deeper naturally. I feel like if you start Enzo in the 10 against teams like this, not against Arsenal is going to be different, but against teams like this, if you start Enzo in the 10 and then you have an inverter and Enzo naturally likes to drop deep, then we haven't got enough guys in the final third to actually give us passing options ahead of the ball to actually play more direct. And listen, if you're playing this slow football where every time we have to make 10 passes before we actually think about doing something aggressive, bro, you're going to just give teams opportunities to set up in their mid-block or just have a nice regimented structure where it's hard to break them down. And if you have that kind of football and then you go to the wings and then our wingers aren't great 1v1 or 1v2, it's a long day. And of course, second half, he changed it. We went kind of old school, 4-4-2. And he even said that he gave the wingers, which is Palmer and Neto, and Neto had a really good second half as well, by the way.
Yeah, Neto was. I thought he was brilliant when he came on. I'll be real.
Yeah, he was really good, especially second half. I thought he was really good. Put some really good crosses into the box, right? But like he gave the wingers that freedom to sort of roam around and do what they wanted to do while we were in our sort of 4-4-2 shape. João Pedro just behind the lap, and that worked well. But we need to find a way to implement some freedom into how we're starting these games, so that we're not just always starting off on the back foot, you know? So
yeah.
I want to see changes, but obviously we're gonna get the manager time. He's a newbie to this level, but so far 6 wins from 7, bro. Who's really gonna be mad at that? You can't.
100%, bro. And you're spot on when you talk about that, man. I think that the good thing for me, AJ, is like Ads is spot on, man. That the way that I'm seeing a big up Gabriel. Actually, let me read this comment. Yeah, this is interesting, man. We've got, you must be what, maybe in your, when was this, Mark Hughes, Viali and that. Maybe I'm guessing your maybe in your 50s, maybe. But
No,
it says I remember.
it might be around late 30s, early 40s. I think.
Yeah, late 30s, yeah. I'll probably say early 40s. I'll probably say early 40s, yeah. Because I remember Chelsea versus Liverpool in the third round FA Cup, 2-0 down half time, came back to win 4-2 second half. Mark Hughes, Vialli, Brace, and Zola. Boy,
Yeah, I was at that game.
You were there?
Yeah.
Flipping hell, mate.
Also some ballers as well, you know. Not the three top players, you know.
This is mad, right? Because that was like I think that was 97. So that would be 97. They were building the West Stand, right?
Mhm.
But they hadn't built it yet, probably. But there was just concrete slabs of seats, but they were still selling tickets to sit on concrete slabs. Seats. You would never get away with that now. You would never get away with that. Being sold for concrete. Yeah, Zola scored a beautiful free kick like he always did. But yeah, I think the record refers to league games, not overall games.
Yeah.
So
It's Premier League games. It's Premier League games.
That was before the Premier. That game.
That would have been
the 97.
No. That was during the Prem. That was during the Prem. So that was a cup game.
Yeah. I'm talking about Premier, but yeah, fair enough. No.
Yeah. It says 44, uncle. Hey, listen, 40 is the new 30 now, man. You know, humans are living longer now, innit?
Nah, you know 40 is 40, man. 30 is 30.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm nearly 30. Bro, 30 is the new 20 now. You know what I'm saying? 30 is the new 20 now. Yeah, that's how we got to look at things these days, people. You know what I mean?
Bro, trust me. Your knees don't move the same at 40 as they do at 30. They'll tell you.
No. But you see, Rob, yeah, we haven't really got into the second half much, right? In terms of, you know, the positive changes that Rafinha made. I'll come to you, AJ, about that, yeah? But let's get your take real quick on Shirley. Because you said something to me in the group, which I was like, whoa, Robert, is that you behind your phone texting me this, yeah? What did you think? What did you think of his performance before we talk about the positive side of Saturday?
I thought it was one of the worst winger performances I've ever seen in the Prem.
Say that again.
It was one of the worst winger performances I've ever seen in the Prem.
On the Jumbotron, you know.
Man, that put me on Main Street.
but Rob, are you surprised to see that performance, though? Are you surprised?
I actually am, yes.
Why are you surprised? We warned you. We told you about this guy. We warned you, bro.
No. I've never, you know, thought Garnacho was gonna be scintillating. I've never thought Garnacho was gonna be, you know, it was gonna be consistent every day, giving you 7 out of 10 and 8 out of 10 game. One thing I thought about Garnacho is, one thing I can never say is that he's fearful or he lacks, like he was. That's the first time I've ever seen this guy like, no, I'm scared of going up against Wan-Bissaka. Like he will try every other wing. He might not be successful, but he will keep going. He'll keep going. This is the first time I've seen him actually be like, no, I'm scared of Wan-Bissaka.
We're just lucky.
I think he was also scared of his first touch.
He was
letting him down every time.
For the first time, one of the things I read about Garnacho is that he would fail 10 times, it will still go the 11th time around. It's the first time I saw him. I was like,
Rob, you also rate him defensively, Rob. Though. You also rate him defensively, just because obviously I agree that like he normally is quite fearless, and I mean, listen, he was also scared of his first touch, scared of just even being near the ball because he was treating that shit like a grenade, bro. Horrible on the ball. But listen, defensively, one thing you've told us about is how he always works hard off the ball. He's good off the ball. You told us even against Everton, where again we got cooked. I was seeing the centre back in O'Brien overlapping that right back, putting in 5 or 6 crosses on his side, but you were like, no, he's good defensively. He makes fullbacks scared to go forward. So tell me why Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who was for some reason looking like prime Dani Alves, was cooking us down that side, and your boy Garnacho.
I mean, Wan-Bissaka since he joined Congo, he's been he's been revolutionary. Because he plays for Congo now. You know what I mean?
I'm happy for you that you've got a good player there. That's fantastic. But in terms of just Garnacho defensively,
that was poor. That was poor.
Why? But why? Why is he so bad? Tell me, why is he so bad?
Listen, he had an atrocious game. He had a stinker of biblical proportions, right? And I was thinking he had an absolute crap game, right? I don't swear, so that is as far as I'm gonna go, right? He had
to be fair, yeah, Rob,
he had an outrageously bad, atrocious, or whatever name you want to associate with it. He had a poor to the nth degree game. offensively and defensively.
You know what's so mad, Rob? Yeah, like
all of a sudden he's a useless player. No, I just think he had an atrocious in my game.
Bro, Rob, as much as I don't want this guy here, yeah, I was watching the game, yeah. It got past the point of embarrassment because I'm embarrassed watching him weekly, right? It was more, I just feel sorry for you, bro. Like, you just look like a toddler. I've been calling this guy a toddler. He just looked like a real life toddler, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Someone said it in the chat, they'd rather see Jesse Derry. I'm telling you now, bro. Jesse would have tried to at least take man on.
No, but that is the thing. That is the thing that I was, as I was watching the game, I'm like, seriously? Garnacho looks scared. I'm like, maybe he remembers Wan-Bissaka from the United days, and they were training together, and just like, yeah, I could never get past this guy, and I don't even want to try.
I just think
I don't know. I don't care about what Garnacho. Like, one thing you can never say about Garnacho is he's scared.
But this isn't one game.
He's usually scared, man.
This isn't one game, and I'm not going to say he's been this atrocious every single game, but he's had a lot of games like this, especially offensively on the ball, where he's been appalling. And again, do you not see why, Rob? We were so times like ask myself, Don, most of us here, we were all like, this signing can't happen because he's going to give us games like this quite regularly, and this isn't the first time he's done that.
I totally understood why people didn't want Garnacho, right? Okay, again, the way everybody has their own way of looking at football. Some people think a player that does step overs and this and that, the Doku, right? People rate Doku as an elite winger or a great winger because he will cook you once, cook you twice, and cook you the third time. Some people rate Sancho because he will do that as well again, right? But there are some wingers who, for me, are effective, even though they're not as aesthetically pleasing as your Barcola, as your Leao, as your Rodrigo, for instance. But they are effective. That's where I had, that's where I have Garnacho. He can be
going to be a success at Chelsea. Is he going to be a success at Chelsea?
I think he will. Yeah.
No chance. I'm just glad though he wasn't on the pitch when Adama Traore was at the end, because we would have seen him shit himself on the pitch. That's how scared he was on Saturday.
I think we've said enough about him. I think, Rob, listen, Fairs, you've cooked him, bro, and hopefully you see the light with this guy, innit? Hopefully you see the light with this guy, because he just shouldn't be here, bro. He should not be here, man.
He had an atrocious game. Do I think he's all of a sudden an atrocious player? No, but he had a crap game.
Yeah. Listen, big up Saeed for the raid. We've got over 300 people here, nearly 400 people here, people. Like I said earlier, make sure that you're checking out the sponsor, Jersey FC Soccer Shop, 20% off, people. It's not just Chelsea kits that they sell, man. You can see here some of the retro kits are here. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse hovering over. Can you see my mouse?
No.
So if you look on the second row, they've sent me the last kit on the far right. I've got that one.
That's the second kit. Yeah, that's the FA Cup 97 one.
Yeah, that one there. Zola was wearing it, bro.
That's the kit they wore in that game, Don.
They wore it, yeah?
Yeah, they wore that kit in the game. Yeah.
I'm telling you. As soon as that one comes, Andrew, I'm putting it on. They sent me the second one as well. The second one on the second row, the white one, that's been sent to me as well. Funny enough, man like Dubs that comes on, his dad used to play for Chelsea, bro. And there's a picture when I googled it.
That's the 98-99 one.
Yeah, Michael Dubry, innit?
Yeah, that's the one we finished third.
That's his dad, and he was literally wearing that kit. And I said, yo, see if your dad's got that in the house somewhere. This kit's nice. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're checking them out, man, because they've got some really nice tops on there. They've got some new stuff. Like I said, it's not just Chelsea tops. If you're not a Chelsea fan, check them out, man. They've got quite a lot of kits on there. But let me come to you, AJ, then, man, in terms of the second half, in terms of just the proactive nature, where he's sort of reading the game. The other day, I really liked how he went to a back five against Brentford. Against Napoli, bro, Gittins came on and he still came off, went to a back five. In this game, bro, he's through on Pedro. He gave them the license to be more fluid in the attack. What have you thought about the in-game management so far from Rosenior for you, bro?
Nah, I think all of that is good. I think he's shown that he, has the ability to change the game. He understands, situations. He understands, solutions to certain problems. My only thing is, all of that is him fixing a lot of mistakes that he's made in the initial lineup and in the initial approach. we've coming back from these, deficits is not something that we want to be doing, on a trend, where we consistently doing this. You do it 2, 3, 4 times, you happy and you glad you got through it. But after that, you don't want to really be seeing it no more, because now it's a problem and it's going to go the other way at some point. And it almost did with West Ham. But, that was our best comeback. So, it shows that he understands. I think, when Maresca first came, he kind of was doing something similar, but then he kind of went off the rails with it. He started falling off. So,
yeah,
it's early, so I don't want to give him too much flowers, but at the same time, when you come in, you got to make an impression. You got to get the results. You got to, get the fans on your side. And I think he's doing that. It's kind of quiet. But in terms of that conversation, it's kind of quiet. Now, even rival fans don't even like bring him up to try to banner us, because he's earned that respect. He's earned that grace period. He's earned at least to the end of the season for him to, get judged. So
yeah,
I think he's doing the right thing. In terms of this game, I think Ads touched on it earlier, the inverting thing. I think, overall, that's always been one of my problems. Being on this channel, I've always said like the inverting thing, I think holds our team back. It just holds our team back, because anytime we want to come back from a deficit, we stop doing the inverting as much as we're doing. We stop playing the ball, the way that we were playing it in the first half, which is, kind of forcing it centrally, no overlap, a lot of crossing. Then in the second half, we open things up. We start playing with more intensity. Intensity is one of the things like in his early interviews, he said, I want to bring intensity, the speed of play. That's something that our team has been lacking. And anytime we play fast, we look so much better, because our team is just better at playing at a pace. That's just, sometimes that's just what it is. Yeah. So, as time goes on, he'll get better with it. But, he's making the right changes, bringing on João Pedro, bringing on Cucurella, bringing on the people that need to be coming on the field. And those people need to have the impact too. João Pedro, he's been coming on games before, but he wasn't really impacting. Now he's impacting. So that's also him stepping up to the plate as well. So,
yeah,
people are doing their job right now, and it just needs to continue.
Can we just on João Pedro quickly for a second? Because
no, it's not quickly, bro. This is in fact, this is a Pedro and Enzo segment now, people. It's a Pedro and Enzo segment now, people. Ads, go through, and I'll come to you, Andrew.
Listen, bro, this guy is changing our lives, bro. Again, I said it in the Club World Cup. What I saw from my man, I was like, you know what, this guy, he's him. He's the one. And listen, it was a shaky start to the season, but I've been saying for a while, listen, give this guy time. It's not always going to be perfect. There's going to be some Brighton code, and he's got to get out of his system and get that Chelsea coding in his system properly, because this guy is somebody that can get to the levels of the strikers that we've seen previously at Chelsea. And this form, again, the goals, the ball striking, the ball striking, like, it's different, bro. And listen, you got to big up Fofana for the assist, because man just turned into prime KDB. I know. Yeah, like 30 yards, put it perfectly where João Pedro could have missed. That was beautiful. But João Pedro's assist, bro, for the winning goal, like the fact that Palmer was out wide and he passed into Caicedo, and instantly, as soon as Caicedo got the ball, like, just man, if you haven't seen it, just watch the movement to create that space to actually run in behind, bro, and then perfectly weighted cutback, and Enzo was there. But this is the form we want to see from João Pedro, because we know he's got this ability in him. The goals he's scoring. Again, look at this. The GA is there, but bro. That's I'm with it now. I'm with it. At first, I didn't really get. Now I'm with that.
Now you're with it. When he scored that goal, when he scored the first goal as well, yeah, bro, man, just look at that. He's not even trying to celebrate it. He's just trying to come back. Let's go. Cuckoo did the same thing. Let's go again.
You see, he's got the mentality to play at a club like this, bro. That's what I saw straight away. Because even in a Club World Cup, bro, obviously scored the goals in the debut and everything, but like the way I saw this guy defending in our box, bro, defending that corner, like just things like that, you just see that he's got the mentality to play at Chelsea and be a main guy, bro. So
he's him. He's actually him.
He just needs Palmer, Esteval fit and playing alongside him in good form consistently. That's what we need to see him at the next level.
100%, bro. How about you, Andrew, man? What's been the shift? What's been the shift with Pedro for you, man? Because one of the things that Rosinha's spoken about is, he's had about 4 or 5 chats with me already in my office. He must be getting sick of me, And even in the training video last week, I saw Rosinha like talking to him in the change room, and you can see Pedro's like proper like engaged. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. What's been the reason? What's been the main thing for you that you've seen? What's been the shift, bro?
I know some people aren't going to like it. I don't like saying it myself, but change of coach.
Hey, talk about it.
I'm just.
Talk to me.
I just think maybe he's been asked to play a different. He's been asked to play his more natural style instead of being forced to play a different style. We all know he doesn't really like to play the number 9. He likes to do the floating bit. Even against Napoli, he wasn't playing like a true number 9. He was dropping deep. Look at his 2 goals. I mean, look at his second goal, for Christ's sake. You know, and this is not me crashing on Maresca, but maybe someone comes in with new ideas and changes things. Do you know what I mean? And gives him license to go, you know what? I know you're not a number 9, a pure number 9. I don't want you up there wrestling with 2 centre backs. I've got another guy who can do that. Do you know what I mean? Well, tries to do that, but I've got another guy who's more suited to that type of play. You go do this, and maybe he's taking the handbrake off. You know what I mean? In terms of, you know. But no, I would just say,
I fully agree with that.
What I will say about him now is that I wish he would have had made me more confident in himself. Especially in terms of his ball striking. Especially like we've seen it. It's not just against Napoli; it was against Brentford as well. Remember his banger against Brentford as well. People forget about that. You know what I mean? It's like that, but
even Newcastle. Just look at the finish. Newcastle. Bro. This guy can finish, bro. He knows how to finish.
It's all round play. It's all
different types of finishes too.
It's all round play. It's very good. I mean, you know that. You know, I like both the goals against Napoli. They're 2 very different goals. You know what I mean? In terms of, I don't know, like a month ago or 2 months ago, whether he has the confidence to do that.
Exactly.
Like, to do that. Do you know what I mean? And you know, I just think it's good on him that he's doing this. Good on Rossini that, you know, he's taking the shackles off a little bit or told him to change his game and play more of his natural style. Do you know what I mean? Because that works. Because there's no way we win that game without him on. I know he scored an assist, but there's just no way we win that without.
You don't win Napoli, Brentford, or West Ham without him.
Yes.
That's what you want.
That's what you want. That's what you want. Your striker, bro. The best chances fall to your striker most of the time.
He was the exception. I actually listen when that ball because I was like just really tunnel vision. When he got that ball on Saturday, I was going to shoot. When he got that ball because of the angle, I was going to shoot. It's 92nd minute. But for him to actually have the vision shows why he's a footballer and I'm not. So do you know what I mean? You know, it's like,
and once again,
shoot. But he picked out. He did well. Even that header. You know, the way he placed it to the other side.
Headed down.
Some people might have thought might be more natural to try and just do it right near the actual corner where he was. But yeah, he's been exceptional. The last. It's like like I said, it's like a new signing. It's like a totally different player.
Way more freedom on the field. Way more freedom.
Yeah.
Way more freedom.
I actually think for him again, to echo what Andrew just said, a manager just comes in and gives you a different level of confidence. That's what players used to say. Jose Mourinho came in and just made me feel like I was the best in the world at what I did, and I just think before Maresca was gone, when Maresca got sacked, and it was like which manager do we want? And I was more the opinion this squad needs more of a man manager than an elite tactician. Like you need somebody that will come and make Joao Pedro feel like that. You need somebody that will come and make the Enzo Fernandez and all these guys feel like they're $1 million, right? And then you get performances like that. There's no, all of us here, there's not really that significant of a difference in tactical setup, the way Maresca set us up and the way Rossini set us up. The only difference is you see the players are playing with different swag, different confidence, and that's what Joao Pedro is. The thing I like the most for me against West Ham is you can see against Napoli he bent 2 goals, but I thought his performance was mid. I don't think he played well at all. It just said 2 fantastic goals.
I thought it was all right.
He won a lot. He did a lot for the team against
Napoli. Against Napoli, I didn't really. I thought it was loose. His touch was loose.
His touch was definitely loose.
Yeah, the goals were against West Ham. This one, I'll give Don a little bit of credit, but not really. This is where when you come with Delap as a striker and Delap is one banging with the center backs. Now you can see Joao Pedro going and engage and do the 1-2 with Joao Pedro on the left. You see him come on this side, make the runs to Caicedo, because he's not really having to be stationary against center backs. Like he's involved in the game, and he is creative, and he's making runs and all that. He's a player that plays at his best on a half turn, and when he makes run rather than with it back against the goal, right? Every time you get it, back against the goal, his touches loose, his other play is not really there. When you get him on a half turn, where Delap is out there preoccupying the center backs and he's engaged with the Neto and the Cucurella and the Caicedo, Enzo, Cole Palmer's linking up play and making those runs for Caicedo to find him. That's when you get the best of João Pedro. And he also becomes not only that Delap occupies the center backs, that you see now he's going on the back post for that cross for Fofana, and he's getting less attention now, and you get the best out of him. And I think that's what brings his overall. I mean, as a finisher, no question, he's a top finisher. Heading the ball with both feet is absolutely top. But when you want to see his overall game to be top, I think for me he needs to play, kind of a support striker role like he did in that second half against West Ham. That's one of the best.
Listen, I think
one of the best I've seen of him for a lot in the long.
Yeah, I think right now he looked better against West Ham because he's just got more confidence, bro. Because we've seen Pedro behind Delap, and he's like, yo, bro, like I don't recognize you. I don't recognize what this is. You just look bare flappy. You look bare dopey. You look like Krusty the Clown, bro. You know what I mean? Like even your boots are bare big and that. Yeah, like what's going on here? But now, Rob, what you saw the other day is a guy that's in red hot form, and everything he touches right now is turning into gold. And there's no better feeling as an attacker where you're just scoring, you're assisting, bro. You just feel on top of the world. And then you've got the all the boys against Napoli. End of the game, they all run to him, bro. They're all hugging him, they're all embracing him, bro. As a striker, the strikers always get the big bucks, yeah, because they are the guys that are gonna change games for you, bro. Yeah. The defense, cool. They're not going to get much props in that. You can have a stable defense, great. John Terry's, Cavalios, all of that, fine. But the strikers, bro, they're the guys that get the big bucks because they are the guys that tend to change games for you. You know what I mean? And João Pedro, he needs to carry this on, man.
You also saved them from 2 extra games in February.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I'm telling you, bro. HM, his body language, at times under Maresca, I'm like, yo, come on, man, you're better than this, man. And like Aaron said here as well, listen, we've got 335 people here, not even 100 likes, people. Let's get to 150 real quick. Let's get to 200 real quick, in fact.
We're into the second half of the stream. We should be better now.
I know. Look, João Pedro's come on. João Pedro's come on.
João Pedro's come on for real. João Pedro's come on for real, man. But there's another guy I want to talk about. Yeah, actually, before I even talk about this guy, I'm gonna come to you, Ads. I know you got to finish up a bit earlier today, right? Caicedo for the 3rd goal. This is why I want to see this guy further up the pitch, man. Because boy, I'm telling you, that 3rd goal, the way that he found Pedro in between the lines, he would do that so much more if he had someone behind him, like a Lavia, that's anchoring the team. He has so much more to offer us. I know he's dropped off a little bit. Let's be real. Caicedo, he's been overplayed for me, innit? I think that's what the main thing is. But further up the pitch, Ads, bro, the weight of touch on this guy is just weight pass even. It's excellent, bro. Excellent, man.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's an underrated part of his game, and maybe it's because people don't watch him at Ecuador, but he will play box to box for Ecuador and showing more of his all-round game, which he's got it. He's got a pass on him, he's got a vision to him. Of course, he's got a great shot on him. And I think all in all, we can see that he's probably not at his highest level. Maybe it's due to fitness a bit, just not at his best form. He's had some good games of recent, but some bad ones we're just not used to seeing, because last season was one of the most consistent seasons we've seen from any Chelsea player in the last 10, 15 years. And this right now, it's not great. Again, West Ham, I thought he was poor for most of the game. But to be fair, last 15 minutes, which I always say, these are the clutch moments. These are the big moments in games, the high leverage moments. Who's going to step up? And to be fair to him, after a pretty poor game, he stepped up. Almost scored a banger, but we're just getting more involved. And obviously, the pre-assist for that winning goal, that was quality. So we just need to see more of that. But again, Tuesday, he has to be there. And I don't mean just be there on the pitch. I mean, he needs to be the best midfielder on the pitch, bro, because he owes us that. After what happened in the league game against Arsenal, after getting suspended for the first game against them in the cup, and because it's Caicedo. We know it's Caicedo versus Rice. We know all the debates, bro, but he needs to turn up and he needs to give us a big, big performance. And I expect it. And I think he will do it because he's
I am telling you, Caicedo, bro, you can't go to the world stage again and disgrace us, man. You know, because we all think that you're better than Rice. If you go there and you start disgracing us, bro, they're gonna use that one game. They're gonna use that one game as the benchmark. You see, we told you, because already at the bridge, you got your ass sent off. Don't go to the Emirates and just disgrace us, please, bro. Please.
We got a lot of injuries. We got a lot of people missing, so he has to step up. He has to.
Yeah.
He was. And then Sarr. Does anyone agree with Sarr here, bro? Man said he's not been overplayed, broski. The guy. How can you say Caicedo hasn't been overplayed?
I mean,
he has a point. He has a point. He has a point about this.
He has a point because
he does have a point, but overall, bro, Caicedo.
The point is that like if Hugo and Lavia were fit, or Santos was used more when Maresca wasn't using Santos a lot in the field early in the season, then Caicedo might have been rested a bit more. And I feel like I just feel like when he's playing this off form, you have to feel like maybe is it fitness, because we were saying the same thing for Enzo. And it was Enzo last season playing awful at times. We were like, is it fitness? And even Enzo now, he's playing a lot of minutes, and that's why I'm going to big him up with his performances, because he's actually performing while playing a lot of minutes. I'm not really even getting subbed off. So
that's the thing. He can't even come off. He can't come off the.
This is it.
That's the.
This is it. This is it, man. Caicedo, we haven't had that cover. We haven't had that cover for this guy.
He always has to play 90.
Make all those changes. They're the only two that never get changed.
Yeah, man. He's there a lot.
For Caicedo, like I agree that he got overplayed up until the Arsenal League game. He got sent off and he missed 3 games. So
he's playing for injury as well, which might still
for 3 games. And then the Arsenal, first leg in the Carabao Cup, he also, didn't play that game. So in the last month, he's got 4 games off. So it's not
he has recently.
There's no excuse. Tomorrow he has to be one of the best players.
Tomorrow he's got to cook. He's got to absolutely.
He has to cook. I'm just saying that there's times, Sarr, where I'm looking at him in games and I'm like, yo, this guy looks a bit gassed. Yeah. You know what I mean, bro? He looks a bit gassed, because it's not even just this season, bro. Last year he started. Did he start every game in the Prem last season, bro?
Near enough, I think. Yeah.
He started every game in the Prem. World Cup he carried on. Like he's been played a lot. He's played a lot of football for Chelsea, bro. That guy got to 100 appearances in quick succession, right?
Yeah.
But I want to talk about this guy next, because when you talk about consistency, man, Andrew, let me come to you, AJ. Actually, when you talk about consistent midfielders right now, bro, Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea in 2025, right? Number 1 for the goals scored, 11. Number 8 for assists. Sorry, number 1 for assists. He's got 8 assists there. 19 goals and assists. 88 chances created. 77 chances created in open play, right? The most successful passes ended in the final third, and he's number 1 for all of these things. Then I go online, I go on Twitter, I come on the chat at times when Enzo has a bad game, and I see people just talking about this guy like he's just any average.
Lift up your hair, bro. Lift up your hair, bro.
When you want to talk to me about Enzo, I'll talk, bro. I don't mind.
And listen, AJ, one thing about me, bro, I'm never scared to criticize Enzo when he's not playing well, right? If you go back to the start of the season, I said, yo, this guy looks like he's been eating too much paella. It doesn't look fit right now. You know what I'm saying? I was cooking him start of the season, but since Rosinha's come in, bro, when he's going into the midfield, like against Napoli, bro, being that driving force against West Ham second half, he was very good. Even before Rosinha came against Man City away, he gets us the equalizer. Again, he was the best player for me on the pitch, right? He has these games where I'm like, yo, this is you playing at a world-class level. But the issue with him is that he's not consistent enough. That's the problem, right? How do we get Enzo to that level where he's consistently giving us 7 minimum a week, Enzo? AJ.
you know what's funny is all of this is there, and I don't even think he's like playing to like his max level yet. You understand? I think there's still like there's more to unlock out of Enzo than there isn't. And I think just to speak to that, he's so important to our team, and he's also so polarizing in the fan base. Half the people love him, half the people hate him. There's not really any in between with Enzo too much. But
he's Marmite for sure.
There you go. So, but just the goals and assists, we don't have well, now Yao Pedro is informed, but besides that, we don't have somebody who's really putting up too crazy numbers. So luckily we're getting these numbers from midfield, and that's Chelsea heritage right there. That's something that we always had. And I think it's important that we keep having that. And to me, you asked how can we, improve it and keep it going. I think Ads touched on it earlier. I think if we get him on the ball a little bit more in you know, that area between the top of the box and the top of the circle where he could dictate the game with the game in front of him, then I think that's the next level of Enzo Fernandez. We haven't really seen that too much at Chelsea besides his first like half a season at Chelsea. Other than that, he's really been playing like a off the ball, box to box type of role, you know, where he's, you know, arriving late and providing that final pass or that final goal. That's why his numbers are so high, but it's important. But I think to get the best out of him, because we still as a team, we still need to improve. So even though he has these numbers, we still need to win more games. We still need to move up the table. I think collectively, the manager has to work on getting him on the ball more often and him making that pass to a Cole Palmer, to a Yao Pedro. And that's what we saw in that combination of Cole Palmer, Yao Pedro, Enzo Fernandez in one of the goals, and Caicedo in one of the goals. Those are the people that we want to have involved in front of the 18-yard box, making the final decision. So, you know, hopefully this keeps continuing. Is that compared to Chelsea players or compared?
No, this is bro, Premier League midfielders, bro. This is what I was telling you. You're saying about Reinders.
Very impressive.
This is very impressive, bro. You was talking about Reinders making the runs in behind in the box, and that's where I was actually like, bro, I don't know if Reinders is better than him at that, because I see Enzo doing that a lot, bro. Yeah, you can see
this runs into the again. I don't want to be pigeonholed into being a Reinders. I'm not a Reinders, but I don't even rate him that high. The only thing I was pointing out about his game was little things, but also when I'm talking about runs in behind, it's like those high intensity 20-yard sprints, and obviously Enzo hasn't got the athleticism to do that, but also I don't expect him to do that because there's a lot of responsibility in build-up as well, so he's not going to do that. But again, all these stats, especially these ones compared to midfielders in the Prem, these are great. These are really good numbers, and it's good. Yeah, I mean, I want to hear from Rob's gone on mute now, but it sounded like he had something specifically to say to me about Enzo. I don't know what it is, but again, even before he came on, I was being very balanced with Enzo, as always, saying that first half I expected better. Again, Andrew even touched on that as well. First half was
appalling. First half,
again, the whole left-hand side. But what I love about Enzo right now is that he's stepping up in big moments, which is what you want from a £105 million player. This is what we've been seeing. Exactly. I don't want to be feeling it's Marmite and all this nonsense, bro. He needs to be consistent. It needs to be what Caicedo gave us last season. Obviously, Caicedo's having a bit of a dip right now, which is why we're talking about him saying that he needs to up it. But it's fantastic that his £100 million partner is stepping up right now, being more consistent, not only with GA, but also giving us more moments. Again, over 90 minutes at times, performances haven't always been perfect, but he's doing more, which is what we expect and what we want. So,
yep, 100%. 100%, bro. And the thing is, if you're not always performing well, bro, listen, leave with something. Leave with something. I'm not going to come here and lie and say, oh, Enzo was brilliant today because he scored in that. But, bro, make sure you're leaving with something. That's what the best player.
But that's what we just said. We just said, listen, people in the chat calling GNA stat merchant. Good, because it helps us.
Listen, not everybody can be a GA merchant and also boss a midfield like a Frank Lampard in his prime. But not everybody can do that. But if he can do the GA thing, even when he's having bad games,
we discussed João Pedro's performance against Napoli. What overall performance wasn't bad. I don't care. He got 2 goals and won us the game. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. Do you know what I mean? That's what my striker or midfielder can have no touches for 92 minutes. As that last touch in 93rd and wins it 1-0. I don't care. Yep. GNA matters because it helps us get where we want to go. Yep. Without that, then what are we doing?
Especially when it's moments of quality as well. Especially when it's moments
exactly. Yeah, you've got to put it at quality, and I understand that. But like Don just said, if you aren't playing well, at least affect the game positively by getting an assist, getting a goal. Do you know what I mean? Leave with something, and then you can go, yeah, that was great, but I still got to work on more of the game. I thought he benefited more. He was pushed obviously a little bit more, I thought, in the last few minutes of the game. But I think he will. I think he's better in a 3-man midfield. I've just got to keep saying that. I think.
Bro, the thing is, people need to realize.
I don't know when we're going to play that. That's the thing.
Bro, Enzo's best traits are on the ball, not off the ball. Yeah, these people that like to cook him about his his discipline off the ball, not discipline, sorry, his agility off the ball, Rob. Yeah, like for me, I'm like, listen. This guy's never going to be a Caicedo, never going to be a Declan Rice. But like AJ has already said, and like Ads has said, you want him on the ball as much as possible because he's one of the guys in our team who's progressive on the ball. He can create, right? I know his passing at times is a bit iffy, and we always cook him about that because I expect more from him. I actually rate his passing but there's times where it's a little bit off. But he does good things on the ball. The main thing for me, Rob, that he needs to improve, is his finishing. I know he scores goals, but bro, when I'm talking about finishing, I'm talking about the variety of finishes. Yeah, this guy likes to finesse it too much when he can lace the ball. That's the next step now. Stop every time getting the ball and trying to perfect it R1 circle. Yeah, R1 circle. When I say R1 circle, people, if you don't play FIFA, it means finesse shot, right? Enzo, Enzo loves to finesse the ball. He needs to get the ball sometimes, just hit it across your body, lace it like Caicedo, bruv. That's what Caicedo does. Do you get it, Rob?
Yeah, no, I hear it, but if you're scoring with how you're shooting, I mean, you might not like the way, like Ludacris said, you might not like the way I shoot, but the points go on the board.
No, but he can score more though. He can even score more.
No, I hear it. There's a couple chances. I think the previous game he got a volley inside the box and he's guided or whatever. That will happen. You know, players miss chances. But like, you know, that goal against West Ham, like the keeper was expecting to lace it and to go in the middle of the goal. But he just placed it right, and then the keeper went one way, and he placed it the other way.
But that was the right technique, though. That was
that's the point, is to use the right technique.
Yeah, use the right technique. And he likes to place it. You can see he lifts him up on his pens. When he takes pens, he lifts him up.
The reason why Don's making this point is because we've seen it for Argentina at Benfica. Like, we see it a lot where like he gets to areas on the edge of the box, 20 yards from goal, and he got the ability to score a power driver. It's like, why don't we see that more often for us? Because we've seen him do it. We don't say it because we just want to see a player do it. No, we know he can do it. We wouldn't be asking it from Jorginho because we know that's not in Jorginho's bag. But it's literally in Enzo's bag. So we're saying edge of the box, we want to see him be able to score more goals from there because it's in his tool kit to actually do it. So, and we get into that area a lot of times. So we want to use it.
100%. The only person I look at, that can score outside the box, or has a real threat is Caicedo, bruv. And Palmer probably. But even Palmer, he doesn't really lace it. He tends to bend it as well.
Yeah. Or Reece as well.
Maybe Reece.
Yeah.
But I think
Reece,
For me, Enzo, I've been saying it for the last 12 months, is for me, he's Chelsea's most important player. I know people say it's Caicedo, it's Palmer, it's Reece, but for me, it is Enzo. When he's in our team, we look different. When he's not in our team, we don't look the same. Not only just from a leadership standpoint, from like against Napoli, second half, he drops deep and just controls the game, runs the game, right? And he helps us get more control of it, right? When Rosinho brought in Chalobah, who did he sub off? He subbed off somebody at halftime, brought in Chalobah, player who actually two center backs or two centers. And then Enzo dropped deep, and he and Caicedo absolutely bossed that midfield, right? Napoli couldn't get on the ball. But fast forward against West Ham, he does the box crashing thing. This is how what's what I'm looking for. This is how how diversified this guy is, right? You can ask him to play deep and he will control your midfield. You can ask him to box crash and it'll be one of your biggest goal threats on the pitch, right? He's doing this, and all of us see him be like, that's not even his best position, but he's performing like the best in the league. In that position, right? And we all see it like, yeah, but that's not even the best Enzo though, right? And this is for me how elite this guy is, right? You can play him, and he's been just doing this box scratching thing for a year and a half, right? And he's already one of the best at it in Europe. And then when you put him as a deep line playmaker, he's also one of the best at it in Europe. These kind of players with those kind of skill set, that level of IQ, added with the leadership that he possesses, you don't find them on easy street every day. That is why for people that come and say, no, well, if this player can offer me 100 million for Enzo, if this people just see. I saw. I don't know if you guys have seen the video, right? I think it was the game against Villa. Right? When he goes to Sanchez passes him the ball, right? And then somebody says the obvious pass is to Trevor Chalobah, but then he realized that there's a player coming to press Trevor Chalobah, and he plays it over the top. That level of IQ, you don't find it. You don't find it, brother. It's not with the likes of Jude. It's not with the lack of Valverde. They might have better PNP, but they don't have the IQ, the composure to run a game like Enzo Fernandez does. So for me, he's for me. I've called him the best, the most creative 8 in Europe. Vitinha is making a tough case for me, but bar
Vitinha's
Vitinha,
not an 8 though. Vitinha's not an 8. He's more like a
he
like
goes
playmaker.
to 6. Bar Vitinha for me
Yeah.
right now, I don't see a better midfield than Enzo in Europe right now. Bar Vitinha.
Yeah, I mean with Enzo, how I feel about him, Rob. Yeah, I just feel like this guy, if he was doing what he's doing now for Real Madrid, PSG, yeah, for Man City,
for Arsenal,
why can't we go get someone like that? Why can't we go get someone like that? And I'm not saying Enzo's perfect because he's far from that. I'm yet to call him world class. I've called people like Caicedo world class, Palmer world class, Reece world class, because I've seen those guys consistently perform at a high level. Enzo, I've seen him perform, but it's up and down, bro. I need to see it consistent where I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to say every game I'm getting 7 out of 10 minimum. And if you have a bad game, it's rare. Like what we're saying with Caicedo right now, it's rare. Whereas with Enzo, we have these conversations too much. And that's why he splits the fan base. You know what I mean? He splits the fan base because he's too up and down. So I hear both sides, innit? But I'm on the side of, I like Enzo. He's a really good player. And he's not, bro, this type of profile is not easy to replace, bro.
You don't know. You don't find him on the market.
You need him.
But I don't know. The issue is I don't think what he's doing now we bought him for.
Exactly. We didn't even buy him for this.
What I'm saying. I don't think we thought he would be adding this much in terms of GNA.
Exactly.
I think we bought him for what he started. He looked like under
Potter, yes.
That's what I think people thought he was, or what he would be. That type of player. He's actually, and credit, it's probably from last season really because he got a ton of goals last season. It's from last season really, probably second half of the season. Yeah, where he stepped up and become the box crusher that he is. Do you know what I mean? So he's changed his game obviously. Because that's what's needed. So that's credit to him. Like you said, though, if he does, he's very like the rest of most of his team. He's inconsistent with his performances in terms of he will have that first half performance because he was, like I say, he was just as bad as everyone else on that pitch that first half. He gave away the ball just as much as Garnacho did, or near enough as Garnacho did that left hand side. They were atrocious, but what you can tell about a player is how they react, and he reacted with the rest of the team from about the 56th minute onwards. Like when we scored that equaliser, his passing was better, his overall play was better. So I'm pleased for that, and he got the winner. Do you know what I mean? And that's all you can ask for. I don't know. You can criticise him. I think the ones that don't like Enzo, you're never going to convince them to like him. They're just it's set in now. He'd have to literally. So he'd have to. He'd score the winner. He'd score the winner. He'd score the winner.
A Champions League hat trick.
He scored the winner in the Champions League final, and someone say, but it took
he misplaced the pass.
It took a tiny deflection of the near defender and the goalie.
You're right.
The goalie couldn't say.
Andrew, you're right. Because Reaper in the chat was like, he even scoffed the finish against West Ham. He scoffed the finish. You know what I mean? Come on, man. People, you need to get out of the mentality. I'm telling you, people. Listen, yeah. With me, when Shirley has a good game, I'll just say it as it is. Same thing as Chalobah, bro. Like, I think it's been really good recently. Yeah. People are too fixated on wanting players to fail so they can be right. Yeah. I don't want to be right about Shirley. Yeah. I don't. Because at the end of the day, if I'm right about him, it means he's been shit, bro. If I'm wrong, I want to be proven wrong. That means he's doing well. You know what I mean? So that's the mentality you've got to have, bro. When Enzo does well, just say, you know what? I don't even fuck with him like that. But Enzo, you're doing your thing. You know, like Tyreek, that video of Tyreek Hyde, when the guy came up to him and, hey, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'm not your biggest fan, but you're doing your thing, innit? You're doing your thing.
But you know what it is. You know what it is. Though.
I got a dip, but love, man. Them love. Tomorrow,
like, big up ads. Make sure you are following ads. Make sure you are following ads, man.
You know what it is, though. It's that everybody now is a tactical and a scout, right? So everybody wants to be proven right so that they can. I told you this Enzo Fernandez guy. When I watched him, my scouting says A, B, and C about him, right? And so people are more fixating on. I told you tactically, this Rosinho guy, he's not like I told you. Tactically, this is what I see with Rosinho, and everybody want to be more than just a fan. That's better. We want the game as a fan. Just enjoy it. People are going there, but I'm not gonna enjoy that goal because it's cuffed it. Like, what?
But it's the point of this when I like listen. I know Gallagher is a good squad player and can do a role.
Yeah.
But when I see like people big him up just for running around when he was playing for us, do you know what I mean? And he got more support than what Enzo's getting right now. And I know people say, "Oh, well, he cost 105 million and Gallagher didn't." It still doesn't matter to me. It's the point of what you rate and what you don't rate. If this guy running around a bit more and putting a few challenges and tackles everything, people would probably just go, "Oh yeah, well, he's fine," and stuff like that. I just think, like I said, he's a different type of player than what we bought. He's evolved in his game, but he needs to put a longer run of performances together along with the GNA. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
That's what
100%.
Can't.
And when people say things like this, AJ, where they're like, "Oh, you know, just sell him and go get Rodgers," bro. We need Rodgers and we need Enzo. Yeah, we need both of them. We need a ball carrier in this team and Enzo Fernandez, bro.
Yep.
That's what we need. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's another one, AJ, as well. That's been played a lot, bro. Enzo's played a lot of football, man, over that December period. Yeah, yo, the way Maresca was managing him and not letting man rest, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Yeah, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, bro.
That's why, you know, it might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm open to letting Lavia go and these injury-prone players go and get some new players, man. We need, you know, we holding the team back now at this point, waiting for certain players, you know, because we need these players to supplement our players right now. And if we're not getting that, then that's holding us back, you know, in more ways than one. So, you know, we'll see what we do, you know, but we need we need our best players, man. We need more. We need more good players as well.
We do, people. Listen, we still haven't got to 150 likes. Still over 300 people here, man. Let's get to 200 real quick, people. Literally takes 2 seconds to like the video. We're going to get it out there, man. Like I said, this year I'm really pushing for 20K. I'm on 11.1 now. So listen, slowly but surely we'll get there.
Stop moving like Gonacho and being scared to press the like button, man.
Yeah, for sure. Let's make that a normal thing. Hit the like button.
Stop looking like our left-hand side and press the button, man.
100%, man. But listen, man, let's quickly go through the preview for tomorrow's game. Actually, before we do that, obviously, Sarr's back now. Man, like Sarr's back. You know, Jacquet hasn't signed. Yeah, hasn't signed for Chelsea. I'll come to you in a sec, Robbie. But AJ, what's your take on this whole Sarr situation, Jacquet?
To be honest, bro, fully honest, I don't really watch. Is Don there? You guys hear me?
I can hear you. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Don.
Damn.
I think Don is Wi-Fi
connection is messed up. Yeah, but now Sarr. I don't really know too much about Sarr. I'm not really following Strasbourg, so I'm not really following Jacquet either. You know, but from what I saw, he looks like a really athletic, physical, you know, dominant type of center back in terms of like physicality and like one-on-one defending. I don't know how good he is with the ball. You know, I don't watch these players too much from like these younger players, so I don't get too tied up in missing out on them, you know, but I do understand that as a team and as a club in our defense, we need to improve the players that we have. So, you know, just hopefully we missed out on him, but hopefully we could get better players or we could get, you know, some sort of top center back.
No, I hear you. I think I've watched, you know, quite a bit of Sarr, and I like what I see. I've watched, you know, once we got linked to Jacquet, I kind of made it a purpose to watch his games. And the first one I was looked into watching, he was suspended, but I've watched the last 2 games. And to be real with you, he looks athletic, right? He looks a good player, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this is a generational center back.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying, right? And so I just, you know, I attributed maybe all the transfer saga have gone to his head and maybe he's not fully focused and whatnot. But I didn't see this game changer, generation type center back that everybody was screaming about. And, you know, even enough to go and say, let's pay 60 million pounds or 72 million euros for him. I just thought, I mean, you know, if you rewind at the end of that AFCON final, like most people were saying, yo, if Brent's gonna say Jacquet for 60 million, just recall Sarr.
Yeah.
Just recall Sarr. That was the opinion at the end of the AFCON final, right?
But also,
Fast forward now, it's like, oh no, why? That's we missed out on this generational. I watched the last 2 games again. Granted, maybe it's a smaller sample size. I wasn't, there wasn't some that caught me like, oh, this guy is generational.
You've also got
the
problem with this, right? If you bring Jacquet in, then what are you telling the likes of Sarr? What are you telling the likes of? They like action pong, right? So you bring in another young centre backs who's around their age. Levi Colwell is only a couple of years older than them. Do you know what I mean? So you got 4 young centre backs. You got Fofana still there. Remember, Fofana's not old, guys. He's only 23 or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I can understand why they didn't go for him, and also, I've got question marks over Josh and Sarr because I don't know how good they are, right? How good they can be. I'd never heard of Jacquet until we were linked to it. Do you know what I mean? So my question mark.
Same here, blood. I'm not gonna cap.
All this like, oh, I can't believe we let Liverpool get him. Really, guys? I can understand we can criticize the recruitment for a lot of things, but on this one, I'm like, okay, I can understand why you didn't match the bid or go all out, and I can totally understand that. You bought Sarr back, which I did predict before the transfer window. I did say Sarr was going to be back. And you know what I mean? You've got Anselminho there. He might do well. Do you know what I mean? You still got that. So I can totally understand. And they're not allowing Josh even out on loan.
Yeah.
If we can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. So I can totally understand it. I have no issue with it because he'd be a £65 million question mark. And it's funny that people are complaining about this because they're probably the same people like myself who want to stop buying the young
yeah.
players.
But also, Andrew, it's the what? See, I even lost the train of thought what I was gonna say. I think between the two, and also what I was gonna say is they're the one. Ren wasn't even allow him to leave in this January, so you're gonna overpay for him to come in the summer anyway. What was the point? Exactly. Right? If they're gonna he can come now, then I hear it. But to say, he won't even come in January, he's gonna be in the summer, then why are you overcharging us for the summer for? Like, might as well just recall Sarr.
To beat the competition, though, bro. It's to beat the competition. Because it's gonna be a bidding war in the summertime, obviously.
Yeah, there was. But it's like, I can listen. They obviously had a certain price for him, like they usually do. And we weren't willing to go that price, and then it's like, well, we got Sarr coming. We got an option of Sarr coming back. We're going to take that. He's on a bit of a high with the African Nations Cup. We've still got Josh there, who, given what I've seen with Badiashile over the last few games, should be getting more minutes than Badiashile in this team. Do you know what I mean?
No more Badiashile, Tosin, Disasi. These guys got to lead a club. This is the last 6 months of any three of those. You understand?
They gotta go. They've got to go.
We have to go. Got to move them.
100%. 100%, bro. And listen, no one's saying that Sarr's going to be the complete article on that because I haven't watched a lot of his games, but I watched a lot of him last season. This year I've caught a few as well. But yeah, man, he looks like a really good ball playing, composed centre back. I'll say Jacquet is more like an aggressive sort of front thinking defender, whereas he's more like on the composed side of things. And I was even saying yesterday to Goonie, bro, he reminds me. He's similar to Badiashile in how he plays. You know what I mean? I just hope he's not as silly as Badiashile.
Who's similar?
Sarr, bro.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen this guy play, so
yeah.
When I watch Jacquet, it's like I don't like center backs that goes to ground way too easily. Like that's why I didn't rate. When Man City got bought Kosanov, everybody's like, Kosanov. And in comms, slide tackles are like, and I'm like, bro, every time you see this guy, he's just slide tackle, goes to ground, goes to ground. And he's doing Jacquet. And then I remember he was suspended just a game ago. Like, he's going to be a yellow card in this league. This league is going to be too fast for him, to begin with. And people are hyping him up, thinking that he's going to be a life changer. Because when you pay 60 million or 72 million euros for him, he's going to be your starting center back every week. Right, and I just don't think he's ready for that, especially with Liverpool. I hear you play him next to Van Dijk. Cool, I get that. We don't have a Van Dijk, right?
But
So
even-
I
that's
get
the
why
difference.
he's
Yeah, but my problem is, I get all of that. But my problem is, you went out there, you put it out there, you made it known to everyone that he's the main target, and then once again, you just don't execute it, bro. That's my problem. If you wanted to get this guy and it's your main target, bro, yeah, get him done and then sort out Sarr after. Don't do all this and then you just look like a fool again in the window, bro. You look stupid.
I totally get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying, and I totally get that, and that's why I never believe. I'm never believing any links that we have now to play. I want to save yourself in the chat and on this panel. Read it and go, oh, okay.
All right,
never
cool.
actually
Move
don't actually.
No, I'm telling you right now. I need to
do not put them in like before they even start. Do not put them in. Oh, he can play here. He can play there. Don't do it.
Nah, bro.
Until you see them actually on the website. Until it's not even if Fabrizio says, "Here we go," I'm not believing it until the flipping website announces it like that. I'm just not doing it anymore. And that
That's
goes for every
school.
single player. I don't care, but I can understand in this situation if you are so high on Josh, if they made a big commitment about how they feel about Josh, they got Sarr coming back now. There is no point if he was 24, 25 and I'd be maybe a bit more disappointed because that's more of an experienced defender. But like I said, I never heard of him until the January transfer.
But let me tell you my problem though, because first of all, Jacquet has qualities that we're missing in this team, which is
I agree.
Super aggressiveness, super athleticism at the defense. I think Don lagged out again. Oh, nah, you there?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
No, he's listening, AJ. He's listening.
But
Yeah,
one
bro. You know what? These man done something to my connection, just then. Even Andrew got booted out, bro.
But one thing with the center backs, when I look at it still, I'm like, all right, we got to get rid of Badiashile. We got to get rid of Tosin. Disasi's leaving. Chalaba is decent, like as a squad player. You still need somebody better than him. Fofana's decent. He can be the alpha dog, but he's not consistent.
Colwell's coming back from big.
Then you have Enzo, Mino, Sarr, and who's the Achimpong, which are all young guys.
Yeah.
To me, that crew of center backs right there is just missing like two certain qualities, which is IQ / leadership and experience. Exactly. And so all this business that we doing, while they, we might have some decent center backs, I still don't think it's like title winning, Champions League winning, Premier League big dog winning fucking center backs.
But you know what they should do, AJ, now? If they're so high on these two young centre backs, no more buying any more young centre backs. Now, if you're that high now, it should be now either an experienced defender for like the squad or something, or an older defender to cover. That if you are insisting these are internal solutions, then I don't want any new young centre backs. No new centre backs. You've made the point now. If you go out and get a new centre back, a young centre back now, what's the point of these two then? Because you're saying to these two, you're putting an extra block in there, whether they can go, well, the others are a bit older. I understand that. Do you know what I mean? It's that. No more new young centre backs now. I don't care how rated they are. You rate these ones a lot more. Go get an experienced one.
Exactly.
Thiago Silva. Go get me a Thiago Silva signing. I don't know who it is, but something like that.
Gahey, bro. Gahey would have been good.
Go sign the Senesi from Bournemouth on a free
contract.
For a free contract.
Yeah, funny enough, someone just said that. I'm gonna go to the people in a sec.
You know actually who I think? I think Jacquet going to Liverpool basically means Konate's gone.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I think Konate's gone. Don't say it. Don't say it, Rob. Don't say it.
You want to get Konate? Is that what you want?
Nah, because he just fits the same mold. Look, they're all like the same type of player, damn near. That's what I don't like.
Who?
Badiashile, Konate,
leave them,
bro. Achimpong. They're all like the same type of player, damn near.
No. The thing about Konate, bro, it's not even what we want because this guy, he's a good defender,
bro.
But bro, like, without Van Dijk next to him, he's scary for one,
Need a wrangler.
Number two,
but
bro.
It's obvious we want centre backs who pass out from the back.
Yes,
right?
yes. He's not that. He's not that.
It's obvious,
He's not
he
that.
obviously wants that. Cole was good at that, and Sarr, apparently, looking at his stats, is very good at that, right? That's what they want. That's what they want.
I'm trying to get a centre back that can defend, my guy.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
I know.
man. But
It's like the goalkeeper thing where they go, "Oh, his passing's really good." I couldn't care less what his passing is like.
no, 100, man.
Yeah, I want them to do that. I want a guy that will dominate in the air. I want a guy that's physical. Like
you know what it is, Rob. You know what it is, Rob. You know when a striker's having a bad time, but they go, "Oh, but he was great at defending corners." And you go,
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I don't care.
Let me quickly go through his super chats, yeah? They got 10. It says Senesi on a free in summer, left-footed centre-back we need. I think we'll probably look at him. He was on the list. And then you've got John. I don't know what I want for you, bro. Man said, Don, you're handsome. I like chocolate. love for the $2, man. Love
Only
for the
a couple of
$2.
months till Easter. You can wait till then.
Love for the money, bro. But let's quickly go through the preview. We're not going to spend too much time on this, people, because like I said, I previewed it already with the ops, yeah. But I want to show you, man, the lineup that I think that I would go with, and I've got a feeling Racine will probably go with this lineup. I don't know what your thoughts are. Obviously, I've said a lot about the game on the preview that we did, but we might say about this lineup, man, and what changes would you make, if any?
None. Move on.
None. Would it make no changes, no?
No.
You know what?
I go the strongest.
That's the best possible team we have right now.
Strongest team possible. That's it. Unless Esteval, I don't think Esteval will be back tomorrow. Doesn't look like it.
As much as I crucified this guy, I wouldn't be against playing João Pedro and Delap as striker, and I'll drop Andre.
Nah.
Not to start. We gotta stay in the game. We have to stay in the game.
Hey, someone said Gusto. Yes, my theory on Gusto remains: when Gusto starts, just doesn't lose.
We already know.
This is gonna sound mad, right? Mm-hmm. After I've ripped him to shreds, yeah, and I'm not even saying starting, right?
Do not say Garnacho.
Don't say it, bro.
I do think, given what he's done in the cups, number 49 does have to see that.
Oh, nah, get out of here, man.
You can't reward what he was doing on the weekend. He needs to be in the stands, bro.
He has to
match. On the bench, bro. Leave him on the bench.
No bench.
This is a cup. That's fine. I said as a sub. That's fine. But in the cup, he does add.
He does do his thing.
What's he gonna do to Timber? Bro? He ain't doing nothing.
I don't care. As long as he scores, I don't care.
Nah, man, he ain't doing shit. He ain't doing nothing to Timber. Bring him off the bench like we did last time. Yeah, but it's what I would go with, innit?
That's what I'm talking about. Like last time. I'm not saying start him. I'm saying from the bench.
Off the bench. No problem off the bench. No problem off the bench. That's fine. No. Yeah, but listen, personally, I think I've got a feeling Esteval will be there, but on the bench. Because a lot of traveling in it. There's a lot of traveling between.
I don't know
now
what is going to be there. I've not read into it a bit more, so I don't know what. Obviously, it was a family thing that happened. I don't know if someone passed away or someone was ill or something like that. But I don't know what. I don't know if he is back to be a quick turnaround. Do you know what I mean? Flight and
it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. Maybe it's Hopium. It could be Hopium people. I don't know, but let's see in it. I've got a feeling he'll be there, but on the bench. I don't think he'll start the game. He didn't play the other day. He hasn't been in training. And he'll be traveling 11, 12 hours, bro. So I highly doubt he'll start, even if he's there. Yeah. But how do you want to approach the game, AJ, man? How we gonna win this game, man? Because we need to win. We need to win, bro.
I mean, we gotta play with intensity, and we gotta play with like a certain speed of ball movement. The ball gotta move at a certain speed. But other than that, I think just that less tactics and stuff. I think we need to first start the first 15-20 minutes and not give up any goals. We cannot give up a goal within that first 15 to 20 minutes because the game is effectively over. So if we lock down that first 15 minutes, and if we get it's not an equalizer, but if we take the lead in the
whose mic is that? Can you hear that?
Is it mine? You hear me?
I think it's AJ's. Hold on. Let me mute you. I think was it Andrew? Let me unmute Andrew real quick.
It was AJ's.
Oh, hold on. Unmute yourself, Andrew. Yes, you. I don't know what the hell that is.
No, it's me.
It's AJ. Yes, AJ. AJ. Carry on.
Yeah, let me just finish.
I didn't really notice anything.
I just don't. I just want us to. We got to take the lead. I don't want us to give up a goal in the first. If we don't give up a goal in the first half, I'm happy because I do think we're gonna give up a goal. I just don't want us to give up the first goal because I think we'll still be in it if we score and then they score. I think we could, equalize and maybe take it to penalties or something.
Well, that's the important thing, AJ. There's two factors that are very important on any other rounds. First of all, VAR, I think, is back, right, for semi-final. So VAR is there, right? But also, it's extra time. Okay? So don't think, I'd love to win in 90 minutes, but you know what I mean? If I have to, score in the 91st minute injury time to take it to extra time, then fine, so be it. It's to get into a final. Do you know what I mean? It's to get into a final. So I would, if we play like we did against West Ham that first half, we'll get destroyed. We'll get absolutely destroyed. We'll get absolutely destroyed. But like I said, I just don't listen. What they've got to do is score one more goal or two, one more goal to take into extra time. If you want to look at it like that, do you know what I mean? 1-0 takes into extra time, and then if you want to do it that way. But just don't be afraid. Do you know what I mean? It's a cup competition. It's not away goals don't count. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. Yeah. But it's basically 1-0. It's half time. It's 1-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah. Literally. That's what it is. It's 1-0. That's how you got to look at it. It's literally 1-0, bro.
Thanks.
How about you, Rob?
Thanks to Shirley, by the way. But we'll move on.
but we haven't got a problem with Shirley off the bench.
I hear it. I largely agree with that.
He's fine. In the cups, he's fine in the cups.
Yeah, man, off the bench, no problem, and then he can cut in the summer. Go on, Rob, man. How we?
I think we gotta take the game to Arsenal. You can't go out there and be like it's Emirates, it's the Emirates. Like we gotta go there like United when they're like, we don't care about you. We're gonna be here. We gotta come and play. We gotta come and play our game. And I think we got Wolves on the weekend. They got Sunderland on the weekend, right? Yeah. And so I'm wondering if Arteta might rotate his players, considering I know it's only 6 points, but it's 6 points, ahead of Man City. It's not that big. But
remember, City got Liverpool away, though. So.
Yeah, I think Arteta will be strongest lineup. Barring Saka won't be there, and I don't think Saka will be there. Marino's injured as well.
That's a big blow because
he kills us. Marino always kills us for some reason.
Marino. Yeah. But I think we gotta take the game. We gotta take the game from minute one. Start with intensity. Dominate possession, and like AJ said, we have to strike first. We have to strike first, sow a little seed of doubt into them, and then make them come out and try and play football. Yeah. And if they try and come out and try and play football, then I think we can out football them. But we have to go there and absolutely, start on fire. And as AJ said, again, we can't give up, a chance in the first 2 minutes. Yeah. Better get it. We can't go there and say, oh, they got a corner within the first 2 minutes. No. We got to keep possession. We got to keep, we have to make them chase us for the first 10 or 15 minutes, quiet up the Emirates, and then hopefully within the first 15, 20 minutes, strike first. And if that's the case, then I'm really confident that if we score first within the first 20, 25 minutes, I think we're going to win that. I think we'll win that.
100%, man. Let me go through predictions then. I'll say mine first because I think I said it earlier. I said I'm leaning towards a 2-1 Chels, but I did say 2-0. But I don't know. I don't know if we're not going to concede over there, man. That's the problem. I think I'm leaning more towards a 2-1 and probably go to pens because it's going to be pens straight away. There's no extra time. I
thought there's extra time in the semi-final.
Nah. There's no extra time, man. I checked it earlier. It says no, the semis are 2-legged ties. No extra time is played at the end of either leg on its own. Each 90 minutes just finishes normally. But we've got some very good penalty takers, man. But go on, chat.
They can't go to extra time because last game was an extra time. This one, it is kind of unfair to have one-legged be. Oh, but I guess that used to be the Champions League. They will go to extra time and go, away goal.
No, there's no extra time for the
extra time on this one.
Yeah, straight penalties. Let me come to you, AJ. What are you saying, bro?
Yo, listen, they have a strong defense. Our attack is kind of finding form. So
hang on. Wait, let me correct myself. Sorry. It says the semis do involve extra time, but only after both legs are complete and the tie is level. Okay,
if the level on the
go to extra time. Yeah, it does. Go carry on, bro.
Look, Arsenal's a very good defensive team. We score. We score a lot. Our offense has been struggling recently, but recently now we're scoring. You know, Yao Pedro scoring. We've been scoring, 2-3 goals over the last like 3 games maybe. So we can score. So I want to say 3-1 Chelsea as a dream result, but I agree. I could see this going to penalties. I could see it going to penalties, like us equalizing or it being like a 2-2, and then we go to penalties, something like that. So, but I'm gonna say 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea. Yeah. How about you, Andrew?
Unfortunately, I think it's gonna be like a 2-2 draw. I'm just not. Listen, as much as I would like, we're going to theirs. Do you know what I mean? We're already a goal down. I'm not confident enough yet to back us against them. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to be proven wrong, by the way. I so want to be proven wrong. But I maybe like a 2-2 where we're winning 2-1 and then they snatch one right at the end. And we go, no!
We're going to be on
So like that. We're going 2-1, we're going into extra time. And then some Gokaris hits it off his flipping eyebrow or something like that. It goes in.
Yeah, man. We can't let that guy look like a fucking half decent player again, man. Because that's what we did at the bridge.
Yeah.
We made man look good. You know what I mean? How about you, Rob?
2-1 in normal time, and Shirley scores the winner in extra time.
I'd love that. I would love. I'd be so shameless with that. I'd be so shameless.
I would.
That's insane, bro. That's an insane prediction.
That'd be mad.
Yeah.
I know what type of goal as well. He goes to head it, but it hits his shoulder and it bobbles out. Right, I think it's just going one way, and it bobbles. It's slowly. It's the slowest bobbles in like that. It just bobbles in.
Early cut back.
Yeah.
That would be limbs.
Early cut back in the lap.
Shirley cutbacks. Yeah,
Shirley cutback
in the lap.
Bro, I would love that, man. Because I'm gonna be there, man. And one thing about the Emirates, the away end, bro, is you feel like you're on the pitch. So I'm telling you, if he scores towards our end, yeah, bro, it's gonna go mad. It's gonna go mad, man. But yeah, listen, we're gonna finish up there, people. AJ, have you got anything coming up, bro? The TikTok's still going. I've been seeing this guy doing some new editing now. There's times you see him at the back of the video, then he goes forward.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying my little tricks, just regular videos, man. I do random videos wherever I'm at. Like if I just, I'm like, let me post some shit on TikTok. So, we'll see what happens. I haven't done one over the last 2 games, which I should have, especially the last game. But we'll see what happens, bro. But just follow me on there.
Make sure you're following him, people, man. Andrew, the usual for you, the terrace tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be on the terrace tomorrow. Hopefully, celebrating a win. I don't care how it happens. I don't care if it's the dodgiest wins whatsoever. Couldn't care less. Get us to the final. I'd love it. Baddest Shield power header and a Garnacho scissor kick, something like that. And then we'll leave him alone for a bit, after that. But more importantly, like and subscribe to this channel.
100%, people. Make sure, man. Make sure. How about you, Rob? What's your week looking like, bro?
We are here watching the game tomorrow. Hopefully, we get a W. I'm on Twitch with Alex Goldberg almost every day. Trying to be shameless over there, but
trying to make that man have an aneurysm. That's what you're trying to do.
He likes to be a little diva, so I got every time I gotta come and check him a little bit. But it is what it is. I'll be on Twitch with Alex Goldberg pretty much almost every day. So, yeah, big up,
man. Big up. I think CB is still live as well right now, people. So I'm gonna redirect over to him. Are you going over there, Rob?
I gotta go into a meeting at work. I wish I could. I told him I wish I could.
Boy.
I was in a meeting now. Gotta get into another one here in a few minutes, in half an hour. So.
Yeah. People, make sure that you're going over there. Put a little Don Raid in the comments and that as well. Make sure that you're subbing to him because CB is trying to do the streaming proper stuff now. So make sure that you lot are supporting the man. And tomorrow, people, listen, you're gonna see me after the review. Inshallah, it will be after a W, bro. You know what I'm saying? Inshallah.
We don't want your review when you go like this. You
know them ones there.
When you go just like this on the thumbnail.
Yeah, man. And listen, people. Yeah, listen. I'm gonna be in match mode tomorrow. So if you see me about at the ground and that, I'm sorry, I ain't got time to be talking tactics and all of these things. keep it 1 minute max, and we keep it moving. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to be locked in.
It's got to have,
I'm trying to
it's
be
got to
locked
have
in.
his water imported and his green M&Ms to talk to the lowly people. That's what it is.
100%, man. But big up, man. Listen, today obviously went live earlier. Make sure that you're checking that out, people. The preview that we did, me, Joe Mensah, Jermaine, and we also had CB. So make sure that you're checking that out, people. And listen, tomorrow we will be there.